Welcome to my life, or welcome back to my life. I'm going to be giving you $5,000 worth of information today. I paid $5,000. You're getting this for free. But there are so many resources that there's a price tag on it, and I believe if I have a resource, if I have it, then anyone else should have it. I do just want to talk about my experience with the modeling that I've been having so far, been experiencing so far. So I wrote down some notes, but then I also have like links and other resources that you can just click on and use. And if you're interested in modeling, I would really suggest it. Some of them though, like some things I'm going to tell you, you don't need to do, because modeling is like a giant scam. It's not that it's a scam, because the experiences are so incredible, and if you love it, then it's obviously not a scam, but you pay for everything. Like, I used to have this idea in my head that you're just found on the streets because you're so beautiful, and then suddenly you're on the cover of Vogue, and that's not the reality of it. I was twice just on the street, on the beach actually, doing my own thing, and had two photographers approach me and asked to photograph me, and we had little photo shoots on the beach, but they were super random, not planned at all, basically just like a Miami sort of situation. So the first company that I worked with is called Studio One, and I love them. I found them, I think on a Facebook or Instagram ad, and going into it, you always kind of like hope it's not a scam, but they weren't asking for any money, and so that's where I felt really comfortable, because I feel anytime that someone's not asking for money, it's more likely to not be a scam. And I had to submit a photo of myself to them. It was basically like, model in Florida. I'm like, cool. Yeah, I want to model in Florida. And I submitted one of the photos that was just one of those random photo shoots from the photographers on the beach. Mind you, I had had diarrhea and was like living homeless on the beach and like not okay, but still I was approached. So I used that photo, and I received a call back from a gentleman. He was super professional. He said, we want, you to come into the studio. We want to send you kind of the idea for the studio shoot. It will be a photo shoot, and they sent me an email. Basically, you needed jeans and a white shirt, you needed a bikini or a sports look, and you needed like a going out look. You had to have accessories and shoes. You needed the full outfits to go there to the studio. They would have a stylist that would go through and just say like, we want these pieces or we don't, and then professional hair and makeup done, and then instantly the shoot would start. And honestly, it was an incredible experience. It was claimed to be a free photo shoot, which it technically was, but the kind of hook was, which I obviously paid for, and I knew what I was paying for. I'm not saying, I'm like on my knees. I knew what I was paying for, so I'm not saying that that's a scam. But I think it's just sometimes the way information is presented, it's like a little off. So the photo shoot was done, and basically they say at the end of the photo shoot, we're going to review the photos, and if we think that you would be a great model, like, then you would go further into their process. So I have no idea what any of this means, but I'm loving it. I'm loving the experience. All of the staff at Studio One was incredible. The hair and makeup artist, the production, just everything. It was clean, organized, super friendly, super great experience. So at the end of it, they're, present me with, hey, come talk to this woman. We would love for you to be a model. And I'm like, oh my God, wow, I was chosen. Like, I really felt like that. And they're like, hey, there's these different packages now for $5,000, $7,000, like $800, like big amounts that I was not expecting. What he had told me was like $400. And I was like, wow, that's kind of a lot. But I just still went into it with an open mind. And basically under the $5,000, I would have a production team build a website around me and those photos in my modeling career. And I could continuously over 10 years have it updated. They're also just a resource tool. So they presented me with the links with different agencies that I could apply to. Again, that I could apply to, but they provided that resource. And that's what I'm going to be giving you. I can also call them up, and if someone sends me a contract as a freelance model, I can have them review it, make sure it's not a scam. They just have been teaching me little tips and tricks. Everything has to have a tax form. Everything needs to be paid by a check. You need to see the check before you go to these photo shoots or shows. Like, everything needs to be very professional. And so the studio, just anything that I need to contact them with, and I feel like I want them to give their 25 years plus of experience to see it, then I can. Also, I would get to keep all of the images, and they would create a comp card in PDF form. And again, I can use them for as long as my modeling career, 10 years, whatever it is. And the production team can update the website, and just, I can add blog stuff. Like, I can do different things with my own website, and it's my own name. So as I was doing this, I don't know why I thought like they would be the ones that then like, oh, my modeling is now starting. But they were not. They were just a real resource tool. So they presented me with, I'm gonna try to find, I have notes like all over these, but with a sample of what the resume should look like when applying for agencies, what the cover letter should look like, all of that stuff. So in the meantime, or like I literally did the shoot day, and then I had a conference call scheduled, but it was not then, like it was just a shoot. So during that intermediate time, before the mentor's scheduled call, I went ahead and Breezy Swimwear on Instagram, they were saying looking for models for Miami Swim Week, and that was like to me a dream come true. Oh, I love modeling and Swim Week, Miami Swim Week. Like I grew up, it was on the TV, like it was a cool, really cool thing. So I signed up for Breezy. Again, it was an application process, so I had to apply with a picture and my name. They asked how many Instagram followers I had, and I'm not an Instagram type of girly. Like it's not my thing. And I thought like, oh, if I tell them I only have 900 followers, are they gonna be like, definitely not her? But no, they just said, you're so beautiful, we want you to be a part of our Miami Swim Week. I did pay to walk in the show. They were different tiers. So Some included hair and makeup, some included just different points. Different tiers had different options, you know, within all the same means, but you paid to walk. All of the models there paid to walk, and it was so incredible. I love Breezy Swimwear. Their bathing suits, their quality of their bathing suits are so good and so cute and so stylish. And the Breezy Runway show was such an incredible experience. I remember getting there early, of course, because I have to check it out and just be, just see the behinds the scenes, because I worked so many jobs where I was the worker behind the scenes for a big show. I cleaned an opera house, like I did banquet serving for a wedding, like I was always behind the scenes. And so to be the one that was then on this stage was so cool, and I just felt like a star, and I felt really confident in myself. That was one thing that one of the mentors from Studio One had said. He said, your confidence is key, and if you're not having fun, then why are you there? And Breezy Swimwear invited me back for next year, so July 2024, I'll be walking Miami Swim Week again, 2.0. So excited, and I did pay to walk in the show again. But again, that's, I feel, part of modeling, because you're putting your exposure out there and you're doing these things. For me, I'm the type of person where I love that I can now plan for a year and work on my body and work on what a model means to me, is being a great representation and a good role model for other women and boys and girls and everybody. The women that were a part of Breezy Swimwear were all so beautiful and took care of themselves and were healthy and strong and confident and kind. Women are supposed to support other women. Men are supposed to support other men, and all the differences in between there. We're supposed to be supportive of one another. And that was what I felt from Breezy, was just kindness and support and uplifting kind words, and oh, hey, let me tuck in this, because we were all trying to be helpful to one another, and I loved Breezy experience. So I'm gonna somehow, some way, put all of the links. The casting websites, it's a subscription. It's like a cell phone and Netflix. You're gonna pay as a freelance model, you're gonna pay monthly. I choose not to do this, but you're gonna pay monthly to view. It's like you pay monthly and then you get to see on Indeed all the different jobs, but you still then have to apply to the job, and you don't know if you're gonna get it. So are you just spending that monthly subscription? And then I'll link the agencies just in case you want to apply for an agency. And I'll have some written things out. But yeah, I want to give you these resources, and modeling is just you putting yourself out there. No one else. It's really, you have to pay and put yourself out there, but it comes from within. And I believe in that.